Okay, hi everyone. This is going to be a recording about how to use Scratch better. So first thing, you have to make sure that you're logged in already. If you haven't logged in, nothing's going to be safe for you. Now, after that, you're going to go ahead and hit the word create if you haven't done so. But if you already have a file, make sure that you go click the folder. And then there will be some unshared project or maybe even shared project that you created already. So you click on it and then you can see inside. So after you have it, well, for example, I already added character, I already added backdrop. But what if there is some character that you have some edges? So for example, let me search up some, Mickey Mouse. And then in this picture, I will download one specifically is with a backdrop. Or maybe like this. Or maybe like this without the grid at the back. So I will choose, let's choose this one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save this image and then make sure that it's either JPEG or PNG. Without those ending, they're not going to work. But if I actually add it right here directly, let me show you. Let me add here directly, upload the sprite, and then using this one, they will actually have a background. This is a big picture, but I just want the Mickey Mouse. What happened then? Okay, let me delete this. I will have to go search up in Google, says remove background. And then there's a free website called Remove Background website. All you got to do is just upload the Mickey Mouse again. So upload this one. Let's see how they do the work for you. After this, they will go ahead and just keep the Mickey Mouse and with a bunch of grid at the back. After this is safe, we can come back here and then we'll go upload the same Mickey Mouse but without the background this time. So here goes my download and then that's my new Mickey Mouse. Ta-da! So now I have two different Mickey Mouse and let's see how I can make them do stuff. So first thing, let me go to this Mickey Mouse. Now again, if you want to do two different characters, make sure that you click on this to tell this one to do something. You click on this one to create a code that you make this to go do something. So let's start from the Mickey Mouse from the left side. So I'm going to make it stay right here. Now, always, you're going to go ahead and make the event called the green. Now the green flags, when click the green flag, you want it to do something. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I hide it first. So I will say that I hide it first. Well, and then after I hide it, I'm gonna make it show up at somewhere. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna hide it first and then I'll show up later. So maybe I'll hide it and wait for, let's come back to control, wait for 1 second and then I will make it show. But where specifically do I want to show it? I want to show up. I want this one to show up right here. Or maybe I want to show up right here. And maybe I want to show up right here. Or maybe I show up right here. So maybe I'm going to show up right here. Now, after I leave, I see that, oh, that's a negative 124 and negative 55. Well, let me keep it that way. So I go to the looks, and then I'll go to the X and Y. Actually, I think it's motion then. Sorry, yes, it's motion. So I'm going to say set X to this and set Y to this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and set this so that no matter how I go, I click the green, that the Mickey Mouse definitely going to show up after exactly at where I want it to be. Now, after that, let me see. How about I make it to go to glide? I make it go glide. Glide for 5 seconds. And then just regular slow glide. Let me make it 3 seconds. To where? Well, I don't want it to be a pointing position or a random position. I want it to go somewhere specifically. Let me go ahead and draw a small mark. Well, let me go ahead and use a paintbrush to draw an X. Well, now I can actually move this around. Let me see. Let me put the X right here so that this is going to be a location for me. Let me go back to the code. And then during the event, when I click it, I don't want to see it though. I don't want to see it yet. So later, I need to make sure that I need to hide it. So I'm going to hide it later, but right now I want it to show. Let's see what happened. Well, when I move this, I want to make it move to my sprite number 1. That means it's going to be here. Now let's go ahead and try and see. When it disappear and then slowly move there. Well, I see that it's actually going down. Oh, when it's anything like that happen, make sure that you hit save. Well, just hook down. So I'm going to go ahead and move my X up a little bit. Let's try it again. Oh, okay, it's moving down a little bit. Let me go move this up again. There we go. Perfect. The Mickey Mouse is going a little bit over. So like this. Oh, okay, perfect. I'm sliding. I'm a little bit out of the screen so I can actually make it go back a little bit. And then perfect. Now Mickey Mouse stop at where exactly I want. So, but the thing is, I don't want to see the X. Nobody loves to see it. So let me hide it. So that will become a new command and say that, oh, I just don't want to see it at all. I just want Mickey Mouse to move because I want the mark to be there to help me to see where the Mickey Mouse goes. Okay, so let's come back to this Mickey Mouse specifically. And then let me see. I'm going to go ahead and make it say something. Well, what? Uh, oh, beautiful day! Exclamation mark for 2 seconds. So let's try. And then I show up and I move. What a beautiful day. For 2 seconds. Great. And then it stops saying because I make it say this word only for 2 seconds. And then maybe I can actually make this doing something else. Let me go back to costume. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let me see if I can duplicate this. Yes, I can duplicate. Now, what if I want to make it to spin around? So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I can make it spin now. But the thing is, there's no mouse. What can I do? Convert to vector and come back to the mouse, and then I can flip horizontally. Now, that means this is going to be called a new name by a Mickey 2. Let's take Mickey 2. And then I'm going to come back and name it Mickey number 1. Okay, so why do I do that? It's because when I have two costumes, I can actually make sure that I switch to costume 2. But do I know that when do I start? Well, not really. So that means I gotta break this up and make sure that I start with the Mickey Mouse 1. So because I add up two different costumes. So let's see. I show up and then I moved and then I say something and then I spin myself around. Perfect. Let me go ahead and say one more thing and then maybe thinking. Let's not say it, but think. Let's introduce a new Mickey, another Mickey, maybe for 1 second. And then now I want this to show up at this time. So what happened? What can I do? Well, let's go ahead and make another time. Well, actually, just now I said, oh, I wait for 1 second. I make it move for 3 seconds. Well, I can count. 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. That is actually just 7. So let me go ahead and say that, okay. At the same time, no matter what it is, 99% of the time you will start with the green click because you just want to do one action. So when I click it, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for 7 seconds because I don't want it to show up yet. Well, how can I actually make it wait? Well, actually, I have to do a hide. I hide for 7 seconds and then I show up. But show up at where? Let's say I show up at I show up at this specific location. And then I tell myself that, yeah, my location is right here. I do exactly the same thing a few lines ago with the first Mickey Mouse. I am going to make the position. Well, because I move this around, this number would change it for me too. Look at this one. I move it back, the number changes. I move it right, the number changes. So that's why if you want to start there, I'm going to move it and then I drag this down, drag this down. I'm going to set it. So let's go and take a look. I'm going to hide it and then a show and I do this. Well, maybe later I can actually want it to glide to somewhere else too. Maybe not to a specific point, but glide to, let me see. Where do I want it to end with? Right here. So I remember as a -21 and then a -11. So let me go ahead and erase this. Remember just now I said that any new position and move, they will do the reset for you. So I just like glide it right here. So based on that, let's take a look. I glow. So Mickey Mouse show up, and then say something, spin, and then introduce new friend. Ta-da! It's moving. So this is gonna be how it goes. Okay. But what if I want to change the background? Okay, no problem. So let's go ahead and click on the background. Click on the general stage. Well, I got a few background. This is just nothing. This is going to be a beautiful city. Let's add on to something else. I'm going to upload another background. But let's see, what else can I do? A beautiful background. Let's put Disney Castle. Well, maybe I want this one. This one pretty. Or maybe I want something else. Let's see, maybe this one, everybody's dancing. So in here, I'm going to save this picture. Make sure it's JPEG. So great. And then I'm going to go ahead and upload this as a background. And then find the picture first. Okay, so, but some of the friends say that, okay, hold on, this is still a gap right there, still a gap right there. I don't know how I can move it. So convert to vector again if you want to move any of the things. So I'm going to go ahead and pinch it to the left. And then it's not fill yet, look. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom bigger. Or you can actually go here, look at this one. It's not perfectly filled yet. So look at this one, there's a small grid right there. Make sure that you're filling up in everything. Well, let me go ahead and make it bigger so that, ta-da, now everything is here. Well, but the thing is, I want to go ahead and switch a backdrop. So let's come back to this code. If anything happened in here after I'm done, well, this done speaking, and then I want to go ahead and switch a backdrop. So let's go ahead and change the backdrop. I will switch a backdrop to here. Perfect. And then the other Mickey Mouse is actually gliding in there for just a little bit of time. So let me go back in here and tell myself that, well, actually I need to wait because there's sometimes that the Mickey Mouse need to do something else. Maybe you need to wait for 2 seconds. And then we're going to go to a new place. Well, after that, let's take a look at what happened. I want them to both be gone and say bye. So let's go ahead and say bye. I want to say bye. Bye. Oh, bye. I want this one also to say bye. Yeah, but the thing is, I want them to go away. So after I want them to go away, I gotta make sure that they hide. Well, actually, let's wait for a few more seconds first because if they want to say something and then they're gone, that's gonna be too awkward. So let them hide. And this one, I'm gonna wait 1 second and then let it to disappear also because I want it to be gone. So hide. So let's see the product. What do you think happened? Remember just now I said that I need to switch the backdrop. So that means at the beginning, I forgot to set the backdrop. So when I make sure that my Mickey start at Mickey Mouse 1 rather than 2, I need to do exactly the same thing from my backdrop. I need to start in a beautiful city. So let's hit it again. I start at the beautiful city. I have a Mickey Mouse number 1 doing things. And then doing things, and then switch the backdrop, and then they're all gone. That is exactly what I want. But how do you make sure they're safe? Now in here, I see the folder, and there's like automatically save. That's great. Now I'm gonna go there, and then I need to make sure that I click on this one, and then I can actually hit share. There's a copy link. Copy this link, and then insert it in your Google Classroom, and then you're done.